Ya Allah. तुम्हारा नाम क्या है? गुड़िया, तुम्हारा नाम क्या है? इनाया। माशाअल्लाह, बड़ा प्यारा नाम।
Huh?
Yes.
Ready? Can I start?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start, inshallah. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Let's start by revising the dua that you say to the sick person when you visit him. Anybody remembers the dua?
Yes.
Yeah, go.
She was memorizing on the way.
أسأل الله العظيم رب العرش العظيم
أن يشفي.
Very good. inshallah.
أسأل الله العظيم رب العرش العظيم أن يشفيك.
نعم.
أسأل الله العظيم رب العرش.
أسأل الله العظيم رب العرش العظيم أن يشفيك.
أسأل الله العظيم رب العرش العظيم أن يشفيك.
نعم. That is the dua that you say to the sick person. If you say it 7 times, أسأل الله العظيم رب العرش العظيم أن يشفيك. If you say to a sick person, Allah will cure him. 7 times you say to the cured person, Allah will cure him, unless it is his death time or it is a sickness that will cause him death.
It's Rabbal or Rabbul?
Rabbal
Rabbal.
Fatha, yes. What should we do if a person is dying? Person on a deathbed. Again, we mentioned 4 sunnahs last time. We continue, inshallah, with this today, inshallah. First thing is position him on the right side, facing the Qibla. You position him towards the right side, facing the Qibla. If not, then on the left side, facing the Qibla. If not possible, then on back and raise his head. So his face is a little bit facing the Qibla. So on back and his feet is towards the Qibla, and his face is a little bit up high, facing the Qibla. Then remind him of Shahada, remind him of La ilaha illallah by reciting it in front of him, by saying La ilaha illallah multiple times without persisting, without bothering him, right? He's going through a very hard time, so just say it in front of him gently, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, like that. Recite Surah Yasin to him, recite Surah Yasin. Give him cold water to drink or to rinse his mouth. If he's unable to drink, at least rinse his mouth. Another surah that is recommended to recite is Surah Al-Ra'd. Surah Al-Ra'd is another surah that is recommended to recite at the time of death, or when people are close to the death. Then it is recommended to have a person in a state of major impurity. In a state of major impurity, major state of impurity present, including menstruation, neither bleeding, and so on. They shouldn't be in the room that is a person that is in state of death. You shouldn't.
State of death.
That is dying.
Not in the sickness.
No. Somebody that is dying. You shouldn't be. I have seen this actually. Some brother that. Some people go through the death, experience, right? They don't die suddenly. And you see that they take them to the hospital. They say, okay, he's dying, right? So if a person is in such state, that is what then these things apply to him, right? It is recommended also to have a dog or a drawing of an animal or a human being in the house. That's a general, but specifically if a person is in state of death. There shouldn't be a dog in the house or a drawing of an animal or a human, a drawing of a full animal. What is a drawing of an animal or human? A drawing that of the part of animal or human such that he can be alive, he can survive. An animal or human can survive in that state. So if you only draw a picture of a face, for example, then it's okay, right? Or if you draw a picture of a human being without drawing the details of the face and full body, you can do something like that. If you draw part of an animal, then it's okay. But don't draw the full animal that he can survive. And of course, this applies also to statues. You don't have a statues of animals or human beings, right?
But there's something about the eyes that is mentioned. This is I don't know the complete context, but then maybe the drawing of the such that the face and the eyes are evident. So
No, I'm telling you according to the Shafi'i method we're explaining here. So what matters is if the drawing of the person or the animal can be alive. You can see an animal in real life like that. So even if you don't have the eyes, some people, their eyes are actually, I have seen, and may Allah protect us, but some people are blind and their eyes are have skin on top of it, right? So if you draw the mouth and you draw everything else and you draw the full body, it's wrong. You cannot do that.
So it's, for example, if it's a drawing of a deer and it's looking away, but you can see it's a full deer in the grass, you're saying that's not okay.
That's not okay. No. Okay. Yeah, and then the person in a state of death, that is, he should think good about Allah, should have good expectations. So this is a moment that the hope should be higher than the fear. This is a moment of this. And if you're healthy, then you should actually have the fear more than hope. But if you are in a state of death, then you should have more hope than fear. Okay, but so that's a state when you think, oh, inshallah, Allah will forgive me. You should think that inshallah I'll go to Jannah. Inshallah. That's how, because the Prophet ﷺ says, you'll find Allah as you think about Him. you'll find أنا عند ظن عبدي. You'll find your status with Allah as you think about it, inshallah. So as you think about, you find Allah as you think about Him. If you think Allah is forgiving and merciful, and will treat you with His mercy, inshallah, Allah will treat you with His mercy, and Allah, inshallah, Allah will forgive you, and so on. Don't think bad about Allah at the moment of death. Also, it is recommended to be in a clean state, the nails. So if he's unable to do that, cut the nails, shorten the mustache, shave the pubic hair and under armpits, use a siwak, musk, he has to smell good, ghusl, if he has to do ghusl, you have to clean him. So even before death, that has to be taken care of. Any questions so far?
So all of this is when possible.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is all when possible. Okay. No questions so far? Okay. We don't have much time, but I will write one more thing. I will start the other. So, okay, so we talked about what to do when a person is dying. What about once he dies? Once a person dies, and if his eyes are open, you should close his eyes. And you should say, when you close his eyes, there's a specific dua that you have to say. Inshallah, I will teach it next time. Inshallah, I will tell you next time the dua that you say when you close the person's eyes. But first thing, you close his eyes. The Prophet ﷺ says that when the soul comes out of the body, the eyesight follows it. When the soul comes out of the body, the eyesight follows it. So the soul goes up, you'll find people looking up. And the first thing you do, out of the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, is to close the eyes of the dead person. We'll talk about more of these sunnahs, inshallah, next time. We stop here, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.